Well, week one is officially in the books for the college football season. And hold on just one second. Let me get my computer charger a little unprepared tonight. Hold on just one second, guys. Well, week one in the books officially as Georgia takes on Clemson in a defensive battle. A little surprising, if you ask me. A lot of surprises in terms of, okay, maybe I gave Miami a bit too much credit. Let's start there. Let's begin with Miami and Alabama, 44-13. If we had given up one more touchdown or a field goal, I swear to God, 44-16. I'm not even going to go there. I guess I'll drop the StreamYard link if anyone wants to join in. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media. I see two people in here I want to give a shout out. Lizard Circus, what's up, buddy? And your good friend Neo. I love you guys, man. Roll Tide to you. It's good to see you guys. I haven't seen much of you guys lately. I hope y'all are doing okay. What's up, Nick? LW? Congrats, UGA. Roll Tide. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on. But I'll say this. Y'all join in if you want to. The link's in there. Wisconsin goes down on an upset. I mean, this is a day for upsets, in a way. But this was a great day for football. We got the fourth quarter going on right now. LSU ranked number 16. Week one, UCLA. UCLA seems pretty legit. It's 31-20 right now. It is 31-20. Let me share screen for you guys real quick, and we'll look at the games. I don't want to share audio. Let me see. Here's if you guys can hear me, my computer has froze up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Bryce Young looking great. 4 touchdowns. I'm disappointed. Now, okay, not in performance. Bama dominated. But I wish Miami had made it a little bit of a better game. Like, I really wanted something entertaining. Because I myself hyped this game up all off season. Cameron Harris, 12 carries, 38 yards on the ground. That's not too bad for running. De'Aaron King he looked pretty good. He did throw for over 170 yards, 178. He was 23 of 31. Just had a hard time in the red zone, really. And that's really where, he could get the deep ball. But Bama's defense showed up when they needed to the most, and it was incredible. I'm very proud of Bryce Young. 27 of 38, 4 touchdowns, 344 yards. Amazing. Nia says he also overestimated. See, here's the thing. Miami is a great team, and they might have a great season. Give them some credit. I knew going into this game we're going to find out a lot about this Tide team. I knew they were going to win. What I didn't know is how Bryce Young was going to be. I knew he'd be great. I didn't think he'd be this 44-13. I predicted 31-21. I might have given Miami a little too much credit. I mean, I was only 8 points shy of what I thought they were going to score. And I was ultimately 13 points under what Bama scored. So, did I underestimate Alabama? Yeah, a little bit. I knew they would put some points up. But I didn't expect this. Again, here's the stats here. Credit to Brian Robinson, too. 12 carries, 60 yards. That's pretty good. Jamison Williams. I believe isn't that the Ohio State guy we got? Let me see. Yeah, Jamison Williams. I'm pretty high on this guy this year. He had 4 receptions, 126 yards, and a touchdown. Half of this game I had to listen to in the car or whatever, then go back and watch some more highlights later because I did have to work this afternoon at the theater. So, yeah, I missed some action. I knew I was going to miss half of the Bama game and half of the start of the Georgia game, the Georgia-Clemson game. I'm disappointed, but I'm happy. I'm happy that Alabama got the win. They did great. Bryce Young over 300 yards. Jameson Williams was the key receiving target. Best receiver on the team, at least today. Which, does that surprise me? Yeah, honestly. Ohio State transfer. Not that Ohio State matters. But, I mean, we got John Mechie back. Guys like Trayshawn Holden and Ajay Hall, key guys that broke out in the spring game. Just saying. And Jameson Williams is stepping up. It's incredible to see. I see you back there. I'm assuming it's Jacob Watson. I own Tater Man. I see you in the back room. I'll get you in a second, buddy. But ultimately, this score, 44-13. Miami. This does not mean okay. This is more so, I think, on the really watch out for Bama side, more so than the Miami's not going to do anything side. I think they're going to be a good team. I really think so. Oh, I thought it was Jacob. I'm sorry about that, Lou. What's up, buddy?
I'm here to collect apologies.
Okay. I'd never said anything to you.
Well, who did?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, is anyone watching?
Yeah, we got a couple people. I see Jacob Watson, Neo. Yeah, we got people watching, basically.
Who's in the comment section? Give me the names.
Lizard Circus, LW, Neo, Jacob Watson, who's a dog fan, and it looks like that's it.
Does LW owe me an apology?
Huh?
Does LW owe me an apology?
Oh, I don't know. He's an Alabama fan.
Did he pick Clemson?
I don't know who he picked. LW, who'd you pick? Let me know. Tater Man. Tater Man. Whatever a tater can. I owe Alabama an apology.
If there's nobody here that owes me an apology, I'll go on about my business.
All right, go ahead. Well, unless Crimson Brave. Oh, Dennis says, tell him I'm here. Dennis Wilson.
Dennis.
Neo says he picked Georgia.
Dennis, in the 2 minutes that I've been on this stream, Alabama scored 3 more touchdowns on you. Now, apologize to me for saying Clemson was going to beat Georgia. Apologize to me. I'm here to collect apologies, and that's it.
Apologize to Lou.
Oh, I'll be. Don't worry, I'll be collecting apologies all week.
All next week?
Yeah. Congratulations, right. Ballard. The Gumps look good. Bryce Young played good. Y'all looked good.
Yeah, absolutely. And JT, well, I know it was a defensive game, but man, I'm going to be honest. I underestimated Georgia's defense just a little bit because, I mean, DJ.
Look, listen. We had none of our starting wide receivers. None. Not a single one. We didn't. No Kearis Jackson. No Kearis Jackson. No Don Blaylock. No George Pickens. The list goes on and on. No Darnell Washington. We beat Clemson with half a team. It's easy. It's no big deal. That's why we own the Tater. But congratulations to the Gumps, too. And I'll see you the first Saturday in December. Have a good morning.
Have a good morning. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate it. Coming on and on camera. But I'll get back to Bama, Miami. Thank you, Uncle Lou. I love you, brother. Mean it. Bryce Young over 300 yards. De'Aaron King looked pretty good, actually. I mean, well, he had 2 picks, right? I think one actually might have been a pick 6, if I'm not mistaken. 178 yards. See, that's not bad. 23 of 31. Okay, only 8 incompletions. Bryce Young had 11 incompletions. De'Aaron King did have a touchdown. Don't sleep on Miami this year, though. They had 10 points in the third. Looked like they were working on, something. But I don't know. John Mechie, a key receiver today. You look at the scoring summary here. John Mechie, 37-yard pass from Bryce. Cameron Latou, 9-yard pass. Andres Borregales, I think I'm butchering that name. 37-yard field goal. The only touchdown too. Xavier Restrepo, 29 yards from the King. A 7-play drive, 75 yards in under 2 minutes. I like these colors here. Is it Christmas time yet? I don't know. I'm confident. This was the difference, too. This is how good Alabama's defense was. First off, I don't think Miami has an O-line worth anything. 28 first downs. Miami failed to get off the field on third down. They had 3 turnovers in the game. I think we had a pick 6. I think a fumble. And just a regular old interception or something. I don't know. 266 yards for Miami. Now, here's the thing. If you're Miami, be glad you put up 200-something yards. Be glad you converted a couple times on first down. Be glad you put 13 up on Alabama, which I'm going to say this. Last year was Saban's best team. I'm not going to say this is their best team, but this might be for the first, in a couple years, because obviously it seems like there's been some sort of downfall or whatever. Bama's failed to be the most elite on defense in recent years. They're getting back to that this year. They're defensive led. And I think you saw that today. Yes, they put up a bunch of points, 44, right? But man, that pass rush rattled the Eric King in a way. I think. In my opinion. And it's not bad. Oh, crap. I'm scrolling. And look, it's not that Miami. Oh, okay. Did Bama win or did Miami lose? Right. I ask myself that about every football game that I pay attention to and watch. I say, okay, was this because, for example, this game, did Alabama just dominate Miami or did Miami not show up? Miami did show up at times, but I really think that this was all Alabama. They just were that dominant that they put 44 on the board and they gave up 13. It's kind of funny that they didn't give up an extra field goal for 44-16. I hate to bring it up, but I mean, come on. Look at the scoreboard, guys. Just for fun, could we not give them an extra field goal? I don't know, but there's that. I want to look real quick. Let's go to Wisconsin, Penn State. Penn State had a bad year last year. Quite a few teams did. But I made a video last week about this is your chance, James Franklin. None of these on the hot seat. I don't think he should be. He's had great teams in recent years. New Year's 6 poll appearances. Ranked in the preseason poll. 12 on 19. They go on the road to Madison. Sean Clifford, 18 of 33, 247 yards and a touchdown. Jahan Dotson, you see there getting one. I like this. I think he's a sophomore this year, if I'm not mistaken. Noah Kane, 8 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. Jamar Dotson, you see here, we just mentioned. Jahan, I thought it was Jamar. I'm sorry. He had 1 touchdown. See here, it was a 49-yarder, if you want to watch this here. 5 receptions, a touchdown, and 102 receiving yards. This was incredible. Look at this, going deep. Now, it was literally a scoreless first half. It was 0-0 at the half. These defenses are incredible. Incredible. Especially Penn State. Graham Mertz had 185 yards, but he had 2 interceptions. Last second INT too. Ellis Brooks got ejected for targeting, number 13. 7-7 at the end of the third. But ultimately the game changer here was 9-3 when Penn State outscored in the fourth quarter. What's up, Neo? What's up, Crimson? What Neo says, Ballard, I think both. Both what? Are you talking back about the Bama Miami game about us having great defense and maybe Miami not having the off? I don't know. Let me know. What's up, Jeremy Garrettson? UCLA beating the brakes off of LSU. That's another game too. I'll get to that in a minute. Thank you for pointing that out, Jeremy. I haven't seen you around here. Hit that subscribe button, buddy. If you're new, I would appreciate it. Hit that like button too, guys. Jahan Dotson, 49 pass. Sean Clifford. Ches Malusi, 3-yard run. Colin Larsh, a 43-yard field goal. Look, literally the third and the fourth quarter. But not necessarily a late touchdown, but one of those like middle of the fourth, 9:17 left. Noah Kane ran it in. PAT did fail. But man, it's good to see these teams back. I'd keep an eye on both Penn State and Wisconsin. But the fact that Penn State week 1 on the road today, after the downfall last year, and I use that lightly, you know, there was no off season, of course. Last year, there was this year, so they put the work in. James Franklin, I don't think should or is on the hot seat. Now, I'm trying to figure this game out. 16-10. First half shutout for both teams. 0-0 at halftime. 9 points in the fourth quarter. But look at this. Not even 20 minutes of the game. Penn State only had it for 17:09. They had 11 first downs compared to Wisconsin, 49. Wisconsin had more yards, 359 to 297. But the big key play, Wisconsin with 3 turnovers. Graham Mertz got pressured at times. 2 interceptions, again, a fumble or something. Penn State blocked a 25-yard field goal attempt. You imagine if Wisconsin had made that, it probably could have been a different game. There was a last-second INT here. I think I might have already showed that, but either way. But still, 16-10, Penn State over Wisconsin. Overall, just defense for Clemson and Georgia. Should we be disappointed in that game, too? I mean, it wasn't what I expected it to be. I don't know where I'm at. Now, okay. Should we watch Tulane? Let me ask you this. Oklahoma. You had like the first game of the day. What the hell? 40-35 against Tulane. What? I mean, not that that's bad. At least you beat them. But a struggle win. 3 touchdowns for Michael Pratt. I feel like I've heard that name. Is that a celebrity too? Anyway, quarterback of Tulane, Michael Pratt, had 296 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. 61 completion percentage. 27 of 44, 3 touchdowns, no picks. I'm not staying up for that game. I just wanted to recap the games for today. It was 23 points ultimately in the second quarter, I'm sorry, for Oklahoma. It was tied at 14 at the end of one, which I looked at that score and I said, are y'all seriously tied with Tulane? But the defense got a little better. Some fumbles I saw in the game today by Tulane that I'm sure had they not had Does Oklahoma give up more points maybe in the second quarter or whatever, the third? Tulane outscored Oklahoma in total in the second half 21-3. Outscored Oklahoma 13-0 in the fourth. But again, that 23-0 shutout for the full second quarter, game changer right there. Those are game changing type of plays. And shout out to Mario Williams, by the way, a great receiver, freshman for Oklahoma. He was a 5-star receiver recruit, actually from my hometown down in Florida. Really small town too. It was great to see him get some action. Mario Williams. Ohio State, well, that was the other night anyway, 14. I did that game when I was going back and forth between that and what was the other game on Thursday? Someone remind me. Anyway. North Carolina upset last night, 17-10 against Virginia Tech. Are some teams like is North Carolina overrated? Or should we watch Virginia Tech? See, this is the thing about these upsets this weekend. LSU is ranked 16. UCLA is up right now with 4.5. LSU's got the ball, but it's 38-20. Is LSU overrated by being put at 16? Are they just 2019 was it, and now they're just on downfall? Or should we watch the Pac-12 with UCLA? Seriously. I thought UCLA was March Madness and that's it. I mean, holy cow, Chip Kelly has got a squad. This is insane. I don't know what I'm watching. But Zach Charbonnet, so far in this game here, 11 carries for 117 yards and a touchdown. I mean, my goodness. It was a scoreless first. They beat Hawaii 44-10 last week. They have a really good offense. I'm not going to lie. Greg Dulcich, the tight end, in the game has a touchdown, 3 receptions for 117 yards. What is going on in this game? One-hit wonder confirmed. LSU just scored. Call Coach O is overrated. Stream the LSU. I'm not. I mean, I could put it on and watch it, but I don't know, man. This is insane. They need. Okay, it's the first weekend. We need a documentary alone for the first weekend of college football in 2021. I'm going to put this game on. I want to see where this is at here. 4.5 to go in the. Or was this earlier game? Hold on. This had to have been an earlier game here. Let me see. Yeah, it had to be. That's BYU, Arizona. We got a game tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern, Notre Dame and Florida State. With what we've seen this weekend with some upsets, could Florida State winning tomorrow against the ranked Notre Dame team in week 1 of the season? Obviously, for them would be huge. I think they'd have to be put somewhere in the top 25. The next poll comes out Tuesday or whenever. But I mean, still, that's crazy, man. And I mean, does anyone know what channel Bishop Sycamore played on today? By the way, since we're talking about football, who did they hack this time? Something OT, Vol for Life. First week in college football not over yet. Games tomorrow, Monday. Yeah, I do. Apologize for that. I appreciate you bringing that up. Louisville, Ole Miss should be. I say a blowout and But I don't trust Ole Miss defense. I don't. But I trust their offense, and I think it's far better than what Louisville's got. That could be a close game. I could see that going in a 52 to 24 or 28 type of game. It's like this. There's not enough to keep up. There's not enough for Louisville to keep up with the scoring of Ole Miss. Right? It's like Ole Miss is scoring way too much for them to keep up. But Ole Miss doesn't really have that much defense, so you got to give them some points on the board, don't you? In a way. 44, 26, I don't know. Anyway, A&M 41 to 10. Texas A&M over Kent State. Florida beat FAU 35 to 14. You can't say much about that game. Give credit to Cincinnati though. Great win, 49 to 14 over Miami of Ohio. Now keep your eye on this. Iowa not only beat Indiana, they beat them. Michael Penix, man, we talk about him, had a hard time. Iowa had some good defense. Only gave up 2 field goals, one in the first and the third quarter for 6 points. They won 34 to 6. 17 points in the second quarter after 2 touchdowns first quarter they had. Shutout in the third, though, where Indiana outscored them 3-0. But then Iowa said, we'll come right back at you and outscore you 3-0 in the fourth. You look at the quarterback comparison. Michael Penix, 14 of 31 for 156 yards. So he did throw the ball deep. They got some good yardage on the passes he did make, but sometimes he just threw the ball away. It counts as an incompletion. He handled there's just a lot of great defense. See, this is one of those games. Stephen Carr transferred from USC to Indiana. He got some good action. 19 carries for 57 yards. That's not bad. I like Ty Freifogel. I think he is the best receiving weapon they have. 5 receptions for 84 yards. So, I mean, you look at stats-wise, it's like we put up the yards, but Iowa's got some defense, man. See, this is what I want to see. Spencer Petras, by the way, a junior from San Rafael, California, in this game had 145 passing yards, no touchdowns. Anyway, this is what you want to see, folks. This is what I want to see, at least. Teams stepping up. Right? Like, I want teams like this, like Iowa with a win like that over Indiana, even though they're only ranked 1 ahead and you were at home and it is Big Ten. Indiana had a lot returning this year, and they had a great season last year in a weird, COVID year. And they sat there, we're like, Indiana's no joke. They went into that Ohio State game. Yeah, they got beat, but, I mean, they got an offense that can score some points. I'm keeping my eye on Iowa. Now, yeah, maybe you could say Indiana just struggled defensively, so Iowa got a little lucky maybe with some points. I don't know, but I'm going to keep my eye definitely on what Iowa has defensively. They've always had some good pass rush. Who's the where did he go? AJ Epinesa. He is with I think he's with the Bills. Isn't he? Yes. He was drafted in the second round 2020 draft. He should have gone in the first round last year, I think. My opinion, of course. Iowa is now first in the Big Ten West. They got a trip to Iowa State this week. I'm gonna assume they go to Ames, Iowa for game day week 2. This is a 3:30 game next Saturday on ABC. I'm gonna watch that. Kent State, Colorado State, they should beat them. Maryland, I don't see anything. I'm sorry, Talia Tagovailoa, but you've been done wrong by Mike Locksley. Mike Locksley cannot coach. They'll win that. The next true test they have, well, outside of Iowa State next week, of course, is Penn State. Then they got Purdue. Then they got to go at Wisconsin, North Carolina, or not North Carolina, Northwestern. Sorry. Minnesota, Illinois. I mean, it seems like it's a set up favorable schedule, in my opinion. Like, this is what you want to see. Right? It's still early. It's only week 1. But, like, could a team step up like Iowa? This is what I'm talking about. I hate that it's the same teams every year in college football in the playoff. The playoff committee hates it. Everybody hates it. If you're a Clemson fan, do you like playing Notre Dame every year? Ohio State every year? Alabama? Like, you'd rather play some other teams or see some other teams get in. You always want different teams in, plus your own, of course. But, like, I'd like to see maybe a team like, can Georgia get back? Can Florida step it up and have a year? Like, they had a good case last year. If they don't lose, listen to me. Okay. Well, they would have been out anyway. They already had the loss to A&M. But, like, if they find a way to beat LSU, they're still alive, and their hopes are in Atlanta. They made it a game. They could have took that second loss, made it close and all that, but I don't know. Point is, Florida even had some opportunities. Some losses that got away. Right. Penn State, I pull for them every year. My grandmother that watches this, love you, Nana. I'll say it on here. She's a diehard Penn State fan. Pull for them. Right. When are they going to make it? They've had their opportunities. It's like Penn State does good, then all of a sudden it seemed like Iowa or Ohio State trips them up, and then it's a downfall. They got the win today. Took care of business. It seemed like Iowa on the rise right now, man. Look out for them. Look out for Penn State. Look out for Georgia. I mean, there are some teams. Seriously. Anyway. Let me see the rankings. Rankings don't matter at this moment. We don't get the playoff rankings for another month or so, right? You can imagine Clemson's going to fall. Georgia's getting in the top 4. Ohio State won. They'll probably move up a bit. Iowa State. I mean, there's some teams moving. North Carolina, how you doing? Not that good, right? North Carolina let me down. I was high on Mac Brown and Sam Howell. They lost 17-10. I expect North Carolina to make a major fall with a loss on the road in Blacksburg. And maybe you give some credit to the Hokies. Maybe they get in the top 25. Are they a team to watch this year, Virginia Tech? Or was it just a bad night for Mac Brown and his team? I said that in the video last night. Was it just a bad night? Or do you watch the Hokies? They're now first in the Coastal Division. Could they be a out-of-nowhere team? Right? I mean, seriously. Raheem Blackshear, Chance Black, Brunson, key running backs that they had. Right? They have some good players. Virginia Tech has had some interesting teams. I say interesting. I don't know if I want to say good or bad. Braxton Burmeister threw for 169 yards, 63 completion percentage, a touchdown, an interception, a sack, whatever. Right? O-line could use a little bit of work. But I feel like if Virginia Tech uses this win that they had yesterday, if they use that and slowly get better throughout the season, Virginia Tech could go some places this year, right? And if you're North Carolina, and I said this in the postgame video yesterday when I reacted to it a little bit, I said, North Carolina had a bad night, I think. That's what they got to prove. They gotta go out and prove now that they are more than their struggles in that Tech game. They got to prove themselves just a little bit. And I see you back there, Nate. I'll get you in a second, buddy. They got to prove that they're more than that. Right? Every team that lost this weekend, outside of maybe, like, okay, Miami's got to go out and prove, like, we still got it in us outside of a blowout to Alabama. The Clemson game's one of those, like, let's go out and prove that we're more than what we lost. Georgia. Like, there's some teams going forward that got to prove themselves in a way. What's up, Nate? Not going to be on here long, but yeah. What's up?
His mouth's full.
Okay, I'm good. Did you see Washington got beat by Montana?
I did not see that. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Washington lost to Montana?
Yeah, go look.
I only know Montana as a state.
I mean, they have two.
Are they a state? Hold on.
Yeah.
Montana's a state. Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
I mean, if you want to look at it, the final score.
Carry the hell on.
So
carry the hell on.
Yeah. Carry the head on.
Yeah. Washington has to go to Ann Arbor.
Yeah, that's true.
And they lost to Montana. Who's that? You know what's sad about Nebraska?
What? All the hype around Scott Frost, and he can't show for it.
My mom here.
I mean, just be fair. Just be fair.
I know.
Yeah. What's up, Sam?
But
well, my team sucks now.
What?
Sweet. What?
Nothing.
So basically, I was gonna say that Illinois lost to Texas San Antonio, and Nebraska lost to Illinois. So that makes Nebraska that bad.
Dude, college football has just been weird lately. How like so many like.
I hope, man. Is this gonna be like a 2007 run? I mean, think about it. I mean, 2007. Who won the top? Was it LSU that year with Les Miles?
Mm-hmm.
We still had like upset after upset, and we had what do we have? First off, how the hell does Alabama lose to Monroe? But anyway, I mean,
if Florida State loses tomorrow, I'll feel a lot better.
Yeah, I got you.
It's tame, bro.
Mm.
But the thing is, I'm not even that upset because I expected this to happen. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to figure it out. Like, what has DJ done all this off season?
Nothing.
He's not. Here's the thing. The way I viewed the Clemson game tonight was not that there was. First off, Clemson doesn't have an O-line. I'm sorry, Sam. I gotta say that your O-line is weak. It is young, and you guys need to fix that. I don't think your offense is bad. But, man, did I underestimate what Georgia's defense will do this year. Not that of course they're going to be great. They have been. But I thought Georgia would take a step back defensively, quite honestly.
Like, it's either the offense or is it just Georgia's just really good on defense? It's
I don't know. I mean, there were some plays in there where when DJ threw it, I could just hear the coach saying,
He's going to give it to him. I can throw it behind my back better than that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There were some plays where it's like, what are you doing? Oh, someone's got a hashtag. We want Bama. This better be good.
Yeah.
What do you want? You don't want this. You don't want this smoke. Come on.
This is me,
Who is this?
Jacob.
Oh, you don't want Bama. Come on.
I'm only going to be on here for about 5 minutes. Can't be.
Yeah,
on
I'm not going. I'm not going past an hour at least. Y'all make
but everyone hating on Georgia. Jeff Webster, one of them.
Bro,
just
we
suck
don't want
it.
Georgia. You don't want Georgia, bro. Trust me, bro. If you play Georgia, dude, you'll get snapped.
Look at that defense. Everyone's talking
UAB's
about.
got to play Georgia next week.
Look at that
Yep, we
defense.
do.
People saying that offense was champions in today's game, which was true at the time. Look at that defense. Still holding great offenses.
It's ridiculous.
I gotta deal with Georgia twice.
Oh no!
Running the ball well too. I am concerned about the passing game, but maybe we can win without it.
I mean, at least Clemson will win next weekend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hold on now. Anything's look.
Against
How
the
do we
JV
know
team.
you aren't? How do we know you guys aren't having a losing season?
Because we play trash teams, so
I'm just messing with you.
yeah.
You're gonna play
the JV teams on. You play the JV teams on your schedule and get blown out in the first round of the playoffs. That's fine.
Right, exactly. Y'all think you guys. Now you have to admit though, the ACC has improved the past couple years, but it compared it's still not at what it would be in the SEC or whatever.
The top 3 ACC teams lost all in 1 week. I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how does that happen? You want to explain that, Sam?
ACC's the ACC.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, maybe tell South Carolina State for a home and home next time. You don't want Georgia.
Yeah.
I'm done with Georgia. Didn't you go see the Charlotte 49ers beat Duke last night?
The what?
Yeah,
No, they beat them today.
The Charlotte 49ers.
Yeah, Vanderbilt lost to Eastern Tennessee.
That was funny. I'll say who else lost. Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Georgia looked good today, but I got to give credit to Bama. They looked amazing.
Yo, bro, Bama's really good.
It's going to be a dogfight in the SEC title. In fact,
bro,
and I said Oklahoma was a great team before the year, but the SEC, but now it's not looking like it. The SEC title might be the national title.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia's defense looks really good.
And one thing I do know is no matter how good Georgia's defense is, I think Bama's probably going to score more than 3 points on Georgia.
For sure. Hey, I'm telling you, man, I really thought it'd be a shootout. Or not a shootout, but I didn't expect us to put at least 41 on the board or 44 or whatever we got. 44. But I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Hurricane.
Maybe the defenses have figured out what the offenses do.
I don't know, man.
Catching on.
So whenever you have like a bad team or something, and whenever you're at school, you're thinking about that player who did not do good.
When I'm at school, I'm focused on my work. What is your point?
I mean, yeah, me too.
Yeah, well.
There's just going to be a bunch of... I know this, though. There's going to be a bunch of Clemson fans at school. They're going to be thinking about DJ Umunule. They're going to be worried about him.
No, Jeff Webster already hating on Georgia, talking about how their offense is trash. Well, sir, it doesn't matter. We beat a top 3 team tonight.
Oh, yeah. You're a Georgia fan. I see here.
Yeah, I am a Georgia fan.
Well, congrats, sir. You totally deserve it.
Okay, I have a question for y'all.
What's up?
Now, be real for this question. Who looks better for this week? Like, overall, Michigan or Ohio State?
Oh, that's tough because they both look pretty good.
Michigan did.
Ohio State.
Michigan. Okay.
It's close. It is close. I'll give you that.
I can't be on here for any longer, really. So I'm gonna get off. But all I'm gonna say is, go Dogs.
Yeah.
We're real this year, and Bama's just gonna have to lay down in the SEC title.
Right.
No, look, Saban doesn't lose to former assistants, but
Yes, he does.
well, no, he doesn't. No,
Kiffin and Kirby this year.
leave. Bye.
All right, see y'all. Go Dogs.
See you, man. Have a good one. Yeah, whatever. Did he just did a Georgia fan just say 1980?
Yeah,
funny.
dude,
Did he just troll himself? What? Okay.
Yeah, I'll be rooting for you guys in the SEC championship against Georgia.
Gator Zone. If I'm being honest, I refuse to turn the Gator game on today just because I didn't want to see any stupidity that maybe Dan Mullen was going to pull.
I mean,
I don't know.
They left.
How about
Let's
those
go.
Hokies, man? How about those Hokies? Tell them.
We're gonna win the Coastal this year. It's our year.
Hey,
No one can deny me now.
I'm gonna say okay. Now I would say this. I'd say slow your roll, but quite honestly, the way you guys played against North Carolina, who had a lot of hype and still yes, it's possible. I'm gonna hold my breath because right now it's still up for grabs for North Carolina. It's still up for Miami. But now, again, a third team kind of enters that race a little bit.
Yeah, I was at that game. That was amazing.
Did you go? Oh, went? Was it fun?
It was amazing.
Dude,
it was an amazing atmosphere, man.
Did they play Sandstorm?
Stop now.
Like
this Clemson disrespect has to stop.
I mean,
well, I can't disrespect Clemson. They're the kings of our conference. I can't disrespect them right now.
Yeah,
I got you, man.
If I'm an SEC fan, I wouldn't be disrespecting Alabama right now.
Right. Hey, what's up, Golden Blue Dude? How you doing? No offensive touch. Yeah, right. There's quite a few. Hey, I'm going to tell you something, man.
We suck now.
No, don't say that. But I'm gonna say this.
Good luck in Morgantown in a few weeks. Good luck
for college football where it's at right now with how much we talk about offenses. There was a lot of where's your offense this weekend?
Yeah,
there was a lot of great defense. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, yes. I think Brant Vanderbilt's killed it tonight on defense.
Yeah, I would agree.
But the offense line needs to step up if Clemson and
not that what Brent Venables does is, I mean, it's not a surprise. I mean, he's one of the best defensive coordinators in the country, but against JT, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How about this play though, man? Chris Smith. You guys see that? I think it was 74 yards.
Thank you for killing Miami, by the way. I just want to thank you for that.
Do you not like Miami?
I hate Miami. I've always hated Miami.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
I didn't know Hokies hated Miami.
Look at this.
Or is it just you? Oh, he left. Wait, no, he left.
It's already
Golden Blue Dude, good luck in a couple weeks because we're coming.
What week is that?
Week 3.
Oh, dang.
2 weeks. There you go.
And we're hard charging into that game.
Speaking of week 3, Gator Zone, you ready, buddy? Going to the swamp. What's up, Jeff? Roll, Tide, roll.
All time. Let me tell you what. Iowa State did not look like a top 10 team today. They struggled mightily against Northern Iowa.
They still won, though. But they didn't look like what they should have.
The big news out of Ames today is in the press box, the members of the national media that were there and some Big 12 people, all of it off the record, confirming ESPN's report. BYU Central Florida, Houston, and Cincinnati will petition the Big 12 to join the conference. That petition likely to be filed Tuesday.
Holy cow. 3
Like-
days, man. Let's
Like
go.
Jeff, is it gonna be like the SEC did to Oklahoma and
SEC.
and
SEC. SEC.
ACC.
No.
But what I'm asking Jeff is like, are all those teams gonna play next year in the Big 12? That's what I'm asking.
No one will say because it's not decided yet. The Big 12 is not. The Big 12 has not decided what to do with Texas and Oklahoma because there's still a buyout that's in question. They've got to, and until that's settled, you won't really know how to do your schedules. So everything is still kind of everything is hinging on. I mean, it's going to go forward. I mean, Texas and Oklahoma are gone. That we know that. The win is dependent upon how they settle the buyout question, and that would impact whoever would come in. They'd have to wait for that to be settled before they could come in. Now, here's an interesting connection here. Okay.
Yes.
You lose 2 and you bring in 4. Okay. So you're replacing the 2, and that gets you now to the Big 12 could go into divisions.
Right.
Okay. It also means,
in a way, yeah.
It also means that they're counting on keeping West Virginia. Because if West Virginia leaves for the ACC, then the Big 12 would have an odd number of teams and they'd have to go get somebody else. So I heard today that part of the reason they might want these teams coming into the conference is that it sweetens the pot for West Virginia. It makes West Virginia think, maybe we want to stay here.
Right. Because it might make them the next up-and-coming team, right?
Right, yeah. Especially if if the Big 12 divides into an East and a West. All of a sudden, Virginia's got to think, do I want to go to the ACC? It gives them something to think about. Now, I still think, and this is strictly nothing that I heard. This is just my straight dope opinion, my Jeff Webster opinion. I still think West Virginia's gone. I think they're going to the ACC no matter what the Big 12 does. But we'll see.
We'll welcome them.
I got two other things real quick to add here. Yeah. Number one, as great as Georgia looked tonight, and they looked great, the team that might have been the most impressive all day long could very well have been Iowa.
Yes.
They absolutely demolished Indiana.
And I'm going to tell you what,
listen to this, kid. Listen to this, kids. Here's your stat of the day. That is 23 straight games. That Iowa has allowed fewer than 25 points.
Wow.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah. And the last thing I'm going to add is you want to talk about humiliation? There's a lot of people I've been seeing on streams and online. A lot of people are laughing at Vanderbilt because they lost to East Tennessee 23-3.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are laughing. Check this out, kids. Highly ranked, highly regarded, possible champion of the Big 12 North, Washington, 7.
Oh, yeah.
Montana, FCS Montana, 13.
That's hilarious.
FCS Montana goes to Spokane and beats Washington.
Right.
That's hilarious.
This is upset on upset this weekend, practically.
It's 2007 2.0.
Also, I think Ballard, I think the two of us, we have to give a special SEC shout out to LSU. Thanks for embarrassing our conference.
Amen.
Right.
Thank you.
That's the ACC's week in a nutshell.
Gonna clap for him.
At least Tennessee didn't embarrass the. I mean, I know you two don't like them, but I mean,
I think only two. Wait.
I mean, one. You know what I mean? Like it didn't embarrass.
The ACC had a horrible day.
Yeah, I think there's only two.
Clemson lost. Miami got prison raped. Yeah. Georgia Tech lost to Northern Illinois.
Well, what's the Big Ten?
Yellow and Navy
got Clemson going down to Georgia. That's bad.
Yeah.
Not that losing to Georgia is a big deal, but I mean, with the other teams going down and Clemson's looking at it, and they didn't look good like they should have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, holy cow. I mean, it looked like DJ was a deer in headlights, like 3/4 of the game.
Why didn't they put in the guy?
Then you have the guy formerly known as Golden Blue Dude, who is now forever going to be known as Yellow and Navy Guy.
Yeah.
The twerps. They lost to the twerps.
I mean,
I can't imagine.
He lost.
Go back to your trailer courts, West Virginia.
Yeah. Hey Jeff. I already asked this to these two, but who stands out to you? Who made the most? I wouldn't say most, but who was better this week? One, Michigan or Ohio State? Who did better in your mind, like overall?
Oh, Ohio State. They beat a much better opponent than Michigan did.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree. But
I mean, Michigan scored a bunch of points against a team they should have scored a bunch of points against.
I know. I just, they impressed me how good haters, whatever critics say about that game, because some critics said Western Michigan couldn't compete with them, but not really.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is I have to remind myself, Bama had a nice win today, but I've been watching some of the tape, been watching some of my DVR, and
yes,
I see problems on the offensive line. The offensive line needs some work. There's the running game could be a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that Christopher Allen is probably lost for the year.
Oh, that hurt me earlier.
Yeah.
Man. I was pretty pissed off.
So not all roses for Bama. The thing is, as much as I want to crow about how Alabama did, and as much as the Georgia fans are going to want to harp about what they did, and everybody's going to say, well, what about this and what about that? It's week one.
Yeah.
All sorts of wild shit. Look, there'll be all sorts of wild shit that happens in the NFL in week one.
I got a question.
Come see me in October. It's like some of us have been saying they shouldn't do polls until like after week 5 or week 6. Come see me then.
Well, I got a question real quick. I want to call out, or not necessarily call out, but I do want to point out Oklahoma real quick. Now, not that we expect much from the Big 12, and we expected them to get this win, and they did their job, but with all the hype, at least from what I heard, like this was going to be the better defense that Oklahoma has had in years, and it's going to be one of the best in football. What happened, or should we watch?
Well, I'm going to tell you why. And in case you don't know this, Tulane was driving for the winning score, their quarterback scrambled on a 4th down and got stopped a yard short. If he converts that 1st down, Tulane might go on to win that game.
Right. And Tulane might, I know they've had some interesting teams in years, and, it's not like they're a bad school or a bad team.
What was happening there? What was happening there was being followed in Ames, because that game was done before Iowa State kicked off.
Right.
So everybody in the crowd was getting updated on that game, and they knew what was happening. Well, the Iowa State fans are thinking, can we beat Oklahoma? So they're all jacked up thinking Oklahoma look like shit. And then Iowa State goes out and lays the damn egg. I mean, absolutely stunk it up.
My man.
Talk, Chess. Oh.
What's up, Chess? Come on.
I gotta say one thing.
Glory, glory, glory. champions.
You ain't the champions of shit.
Yeah, all you did was beat Clemson.
Fuck you, Clemson. You fucking laid 3 points. You suck dick. Fuck you,
What
Clemson.
the hell?
Fuck you, Clemson. You just faced probably the second in the country, the second best defense in the country. Congratulations to Bama.
Okay, save it for the show tomorrow.
Miami's fucking awful trash can team.
Or our
heard that.
defense is amazing.
And Washington.
And Washington and Clemson Taters. Have fun not making the ACC championship.
Boy,
Y'all
the
have a good night.
Georgia defense, specifically N'Kobe Dean, was extremely impressive. But as impressive as they were, I was completely not impressed with JT the Saviors Daniels, who did shit to impress me.
Yeah, we're gonna find our offense. Trust me, it'll get fixed.
Georgia's about to roll. Georgia's about to go on about a 5 or 6 game run where they beat people like 45-6. I mean, they're about to go. They're about to go through the forest and burn down every tree they can find. I mean,
oh, for sure.
There ain't anything wrong with Georgia. I just thought I would see more.
True. Here's the thing, Georgia and Chess, they've been great in recent years, but I truly believe they're a true contending. Like this is a true contender this year. Like I'm just going to be straight with you. The last couple years of Jake Fromm, and then last year with the whole Stetson Bennett crap y'all pulled, I didn't see playoff type of Georgia, but I see it this year.
I'll tell you this. Dabo.
Kirby's a great coach, and he proved it tonight.
Dabo can.
Yeah, this is a.
Dabo can bathe in that Duke's mayonnaise, and he can kiss my ass.
Please don't cuss.
Let's see what he says.
For Georgia, this is a great confidence we can win the big game win, because I think of the 2017 SEC championship game when they beat Auburn, and I think of the Rose Bowl playoff win. 2017, and I think of the Rose Bowl win over Oklahoma, and then other than that, I would put tonight's Clemson game in as the three biggest wins in the last 10 years for Georgia.
Right.
And
Kirby Smart proved, hey, I can win on the big stage tonight. He proved that.
Before I go, Ballard, excited about tomorrow, buddy. It's on your channel tomorrow, right?
I think actually it's on yours, but we just want to recap some more of these games, I guess.
Of course, we're going to go over the games. We're going to talk about how terrible Miami is. The School of the Blind.
Hey,
what's up?
It's on your channel, by the way, actually. But
I know you have to go, Chess. But did you see the score of the Montana and Washington game?
No, I have no idea.
Yes, I hope you're sitting down, Chess, and I bet you are.
Mm-hmm.
Washington, who last year won the Pac-12 North, but of course couldn't play in the title game because of COVID. So everybody's all high on Washington. At home, they score 7 points and lose to FCS Montana 13-7.
Trash can.
Not as bad as Kansas rushing the field after being an FCS school.
I'm gonna say is North Carolina, you let me down for 2 years in a row.
Again.
You suck. And I'll say this: Pigskin Pete.
Roll down Tide.
Pigskin Pete. On your little live stream you did, you blame injuries. No, son, your offense.
Did he seriously blame injuries?
Yes, your offense is terrible.
He went. Pigskin Pete went live outside the stadium as he's walking outside of the stadium. He trashed Clemson. He said Clemson was horrible. He trashed his own team, and he sang Lou's Taterman song. So he lived up to what he had to do.
Yes, sir. So congratulations to my Georgia Bulldogs. Congratulations to Michigan, Virginia Tech, and Bama. I honestly think Bama did really fucking good. They're amazing. Pardon my language. Sorry. They're really.
It was a great day. It was a great day for the SEC, except for Vanderbilt and LSU.
Right.
The ACC is trash this year. I don't know who's going to win the ACC this year.
Chess. Before you go, I do want to say something in regards, and I want you to hear this when I say it about Pigskin Pete.
That doesn't count. He can't even read.
I would agree.
He's a good dude.
Let me tell you something. How about that truck from Zamir White, son? Sit on your ass,
dude. Oh my god!
And let me tell you something. Skowski got his shit rocked the whole game. He got hurt like 3 times.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good night and go Dogs, baby.
Thanks, Chess. I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. I love you.
Tech is back. That's all I can say.
Please stop yourself before it gets
I don't
out of
say
hand.
Michigan's
We'll
back,
see.
but I still hope for him. I don't really say it's back, but but yeah, Barry, I know you had to get going, but
yeah,
I am looking forward looking forward to beating the heck out of the Huskies.
There you go.
And y'all Husky fans, you probably want to be your raincoat because you don't know. Actually, you do know what rains because you live in Washington, the rainy city. I think the weather or the atmosphere in the big house will be a factor of the game. And I think Michigan's going to beat Washington 34-21.
okay,
And go blue.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not going to be on here too much longer, but I do want to get really, especially Jeff. But I'll ask you guys this: we have 2 more days of college football this Labor Day weekend. And happy Labor Day weekends, everyone. I hope y'all are being safe. But tomorrow night, we have Notre Dame and Florida State, and then Ole Miss and Louisville on Monday night to end the weekend. I'm curious what you guys think about those games, starting with the Notre Dame game.
That Notre Dame game is going to be a good game, I feel, especially with Florida State coming off the loss of Bobby Bowden. I feel like they'll be inspired and motivated to go out there and win.
To win the game for Bobby, yeah.
And I actually have Florida State in the upset there. I just think Florida State's going to come out motivated and get the dub.
I think it'll be I don't Notre Dame's had great defenses. I don't really trust it this year that much. And I love Mackenzie Milton and company to get the job done. If I'll go ahead and predict a score, I'll probably go give me a 42-28 victory for the Seminoles. What's up, Neil?
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Roll Tide, man. Great win.
Roll Tide.
But yeah, I could see
you all right?
42-28 victory for the Seminoles.
42-28. 42-28 Florida.
Uh-oh. What? Okay,
Are you fucking crazy?
For the Seminoles? I got them pulling a big upset. I'm high on Mackenzie Milton. What do you okay, I'd love to hear your side of it, Jeff.
Cheers, cheers for old Notre Dame. Wake up the echo, shout out her name. Go Big Blue, we'll cheer for you. March on to victory, Saints marching high. Victory with valor, our battle cry. Notre Dame has a beefy offensive line, a solid running back, one of the top tight ends in the country, and a decent defense.
James Mitchell.
They're going to go to Florida State, who will be all jacked up and who will play well early. And Notre Dame's going to win some kind of an ugly, like 27-23, 27-20 game, something like that. Look, Notre Dame is going to go 9-3, 10-2 this year. Lou and all these Irish haters, these anti-Catholic bashers, are all in for a big surprise because Notre Dame lost people, but they're not falling off. Not that far.
I got you.
And I'm not saying that because I'm not saying that out of any love for Notre Dame. That's my honest assessment. I think they're not a playoff team. Don't get me wrong. If they were in a conference, they probably, in any of the conferences, probably wouldn't reach the conference championship game. But they're a good team that one game, if you got to play them one time,
right,
they could give you trouble because they've got enough talent up and down the lineup and against a team that's still not quite there yet, like Florida State,
that's fair.
I think that's enough. Now, against somebody who's already there, look, Notre Dame's not beating Georgia. They're not beating Texas A&M probably. They're not going to beat Oklahoma probably. But against the next step down, against the Oklahoma States, against a Minnesota, against the next step down, they're going to beat those teams. I think that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I mean, and I'm not saying this because you call me out, but maybe, yeah, 42-20. I don't know. I'll say this. It's at Doak Campbell.
Look! Alabama only scored 31 on Notre Dame last year. You're going to ask Florida State to score 42?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe more realistic, it could be like a 28-21 or something. I
do not think
the one thing I think that we can count on, that all of us here, all the four of us in here that we can count on this. Right. There's going to be a whole bunch. I mean, you can count them by the dozens.
Yeah.
Of absolutely fabulous, gorgeous co-eds in the stands. Because Florida State is loaded with babes. And it'll just be it'll be booty city.
Nate, you going? Oh, where is Nate?
He's not in here.
He already left.
Who's our Hokie for life? Who's that?
That's Hokie for life.
He's a Hokie fan and he's a YouTuber. He's been around.
Okay. Do I know him by another name? Do I know you by another name, sir?
No. I don't think you.
Okay.
He's shown up on BBD and Uncle Lou a couple times, I think, right? Haven't you?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I just didn't know if it was somebody using a different name, and then because if that was the case, I would refer to him as, I would act like I knew who you were. So I'm not trying to be a jerk. I just didn't know if I should know you.
As far as I know, he's always going for.
And by the way, congratulations on making a sandwich out of ham Sal. I mean, Sam Powell. I mean, ham Sal.
Sam gets sacked.
Yeah. Sam Howell turned into Ham Sal. They made a sandwich out of him. Yeah.
Oh.
And
I think Neo got 7 sacks that game. It might have been 6.
And Neo roll tide.
Roll tide.
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen. Now I didn't get into any streams until about.
Yeah, I hear you,
we
Neo.
can hear you, Neo.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just going to say, Hokie, congrats on your win against UNC.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was there at the game. The atmosphere was insane.
Oh, you were there? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you could feel it. You could feel how much that win mattered.
The joint was rocking in Blacksburg.
Yeah.
Oh, so they are fighting. Oh, sorry. No. Speaking out loud.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, Jeff. Go ahead.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, say what you're going to say. I've said enough already.
No, that's all I was going to say for now. I was just going to congratulate Hokie for life for Virginia Tech winning the game.
My man, Drew. What's up, buddy? Roll Tide to you. Great win today, man. I
wasn't able to join in these streams it was 8:00 Central before I was free and had all my photos filed from today's game, because we didn't kick off till 3:30. So by the time I got back here and got photos worked, it was 8:30. But by that time it was already halftime of the Clemson Georgia game, and so I don't know. Maybe he was around in the afternoon, but I know I didn't see him at night. Slim Shady has vanished.
Shady Canes?
Yeah, Slim Shady Canes.
Oh.
So I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to run into him in the morning show if Lou does one on Labor Day, because I'm going to ask him, when exactly was it? Was it 6:00 Saturday night? Was it 11:00 Saturday night? Was it 4 a.m. Sunday morning? When did his butt stop bleeding from the beating that Bama gave him? Remember,
remember
this defense was going to confuse Bryce Young. They were going to flush him. He was going to be running for his life.
Yeah,
and that Miami defense was going to mess with the Bama offense that lost all those guys to the NFL.
I am guilty of saying that.
Yeah. Remember, we lost all those guys to the NFL, so we might score some points, but it's going to be a struggle. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, though, Jeff. I mean, we do have a lot of young talent. It's great. But, I mean, can you blame people for saying, like, Miami not beat them, but compete a little bit? Like, I don't blame them too much.
Well, it was 44-13, and I publicly predicted
I blame them now. I blame them now, but going into it, I didn't expect that. Just being
honest. For weeks, I said it was 41-17. I didn't change my mind. And I was off. I was predicting a 24-point Alabama win, and they won by 28 or 31. They humiliated them. Miami didn't even deserve to be on the same field. Get out of here. Exactly. You're clearly not, your program is clearly not where Alabama's is.
I knew it was going to happen since last year whenever we played them. That was the worst Tech team in I don't even know how many years, and we nearly beat Miami.
People kept saying 19.5 points is too much. That's too big of a spread. And I kept going into the comments sections and saying Saban was 14-0 in openers, and in those 14 openers, he was 12-2 against the spread. 12-2 against the spread. So take the 19 points. Bama's going to win by 20.
And just like, they'll lay them.
Guess what?
Yeah. I got you. And again, I don't blame you. I'll say this.
And I still, and like I said earlier, Ballard, I still think there's all sorts of correctable problems for Alabama.
For sure.
I think they still got offense.
You're never a perfect team, especially after the first week. I saw a couple key miscues or whatever today.
Oh, we had offensive line. We had mess ups in the offensive line. We had mess ups in the pass protection. The running game wasn't nearly as strong as it could have been. The Australian kid that we had to come in that punted worse than the punter from West Des Moines Valley High School. Will Reichard was still money, but all sorts of. And Saban has to be loving this. He has to be absolutely loving this.
He looked pretty happy
because he gets some junior high team from. Apparently some girls' junior high team named Mother Mercy or something like that. Mother Mercer or something like that is coming to Tuscaloosa for a paycheck game next week.
Right.
So he can play the third string. But this is exactly what he wants. He loves it when the first string messes up. Because he can spend all week talking about what didn't go right. That's exactly what Saban wants.
The way this defense played against Miami's offense today, and believe me, I say this, Miami does have talented players. It's not like they didn't have an offense. They did. But the thing was, the defense shut it down. Here's where I'm getting at. Let me sum this up for you. If Chess Hall is listening, this whole Ole Miss is going to upset us and all. Look. He said, Jeff, have you been following this where Chess Hall keeps saying Ole Miss is going to get us in Tuscaloosa this year?
What? No.
I've heard it.
And
look, I don't. So I fit in.
If you want to base it off last year, I don't blame you. But I'm telling you, our defense is probably one of the better defenses we have had in recent years. Carry on.
And it's going to get better.
It's exactly. If it's going to, the way it played today against. Obviously, right out the gate, we're playing a great quarterback and De'Aaron King and Charleston Rambo and Will Mallory and all these weapons that they had today. Right out the gate, we had a challenge and we handled it the way Alabama handles it. And if it's going to improve and get better, we might be set up for 2 in a row. And we darn sure are going to, handle Ole Miss a little bit. Now, granted, I'll give some credit, and I'm not going to sleep on them, obviously. But this whole they're scoring 50 on you in another shootout, and it's unstoppable. Look, just slow your roll.
But Can we go to Florida?
Yes.
In 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, can we go to Florida and win by 20 points?
We could.
If we do that, if we beat Florida by 3 touchdowns, then I'm going to start to smile a little bit. Until then, I'm happy about today. I want to trash talk the Miami people. I want to brag a little bit.
Yeah.
But as always, I'm like Saban. I'm always seeing what didn't go right, and so I'm still nervous. I see a team that's got I see a team that's got flaws. Now a 20-point win at Florida, I start to breathe a little bit better. But I got some 13-year-old punk in a Christian Ballard stream.
Okay.
Some 13-year-old punk that doesn't have his first hair between his legs, trying to tell me that I'm crazy when I say that Ole Miss is likely not to score 35 points against Alabama. That they're
not. They're not.
Miami's offense I'm telling you, does not
compare
to what Lane Kiffin has.
I have forgotten more football in the past 3 months than that kid knows.
Right. I would agree. No offense to Hokie, by the way. No offense at all. But Jeff is making a good point.
No, yeah, I'm not talking to Hokie. You know who I'm talking about, Ballard. I'm not talking
about Jacob.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Hokie. I'm talking about
offense to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Hokie had said something earlier.
I have been on the sidelines of Big 10, Big 12, and formerly the Big 8.
Okay.
Football games since the 1990 season. This is my 31st season of being on the sidelines of Division I NCAA football. Okay. That's more than twice the amount of this kid's lifespan.
Yeah.
And he's going to talk to me about football.
Right.
No, you're not.
Sit back, son.
Mm-hmm.
I got you, Jeff. I got you, brother. Oh, man. Listen, I got
when it comes to opinion, I could be wrong. Yeah. I mean,
go ahead.
My opinion is wrong all the time. But if I start pointing something out that I think I can back up with stats and and all I'm doing is saying something that lots of people who get paid a lot of money to prognosticate about sports and who spend all day with computer models and everything else. And I'm just saying I agree with those guys. Then don't come and tell me that while you were sitting in shop class in the 8th grade today, you had this vision that Ole Miss was going to score 52 points at Bryant-Denny. No.
Right. No, I got you.
But man, it must have been. But I got to say this: it must have been sweet to be a Virginia Tech fan and be sitting in Lane Stadium just last night. That had to be great.
It was great just to be back in Lane Stadium, let alone the fact that we beat a top 10 team for the first time in Lane Stadium since 2009.
Right.
Wasn't it great? Wasn't it great? Well, don't everybody, all the games we watched on TV today, I was at a game, Hokie was at a game. Wasn't it great to hear marching bands playing in the crowd, to see to see full stadiums?
Dude, it felt so great. I was hearing the Virginia Tech game last night, Hokie.
Yeah.
It had to be nice to hear. Like you could hear the cheer and the chant in the crowd. College football is not only back in general for the season. Dude, I miss the old college football. And it's good to have it back, baby.
Yeah. And the announcers are saying, oh, they're down in front of the student section. It's going to be hard for them to hear calling out their signals down there.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Thank God we're back to that again.
I remember that 4th down that North Carolina had, and they literally couldn't hear a single thing in there. They literally had to call a timeout and punt it instead of go for it. It got that loud in there.
I just miss hearing the loud noises of full stadiums and everything. I miss seeing stuff like the Penn State wideouts. I'll tell you what though, this whole filling up stadiums thing, and Jeff, I'm not trying to jinx us, but I mean, damn, we do have a trip to Jordan Hare. God,
I know. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Weird things
regardless,
happen in that stadium.
Regardless of how Auburn does this year, or even Alabama, I mean, regardless of how they do, the Iron Bowl is the biggest rivalry, and especially at Jordan Hare, you better bring everything you have. And I'm going to tell you something. Our defense, I'm telling you, we are led by that this year. I don't care what our offense does, man. We have a defense that is a force to not be reckoned with. You better not screw with what Pete Golding and company have for the Tide.
All right, fellas, I'm going to lose my phone here. I'm down to like 3%. So I'm going to drop out. Congratulations to everybody's teams today. This comment section, whoever's still in the comment section.
Yep.
Hope that your team won, unless you root for Satan's team, that team down south. Yeah. Other than that, everybody stay safe. Remember that God loves you, and roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Jeff.
Roll Tide, Jeff.
I won't be on here too much longer, but if you guys have anything to add, Neo, I'm sure as a Bama fan, you're pretty happy. And then, of course, he's still celebrating that North Carolina win. This is it's a pretty good weekend for college football and a good start, but we still got a couple games tomorrow and, of course, on Labor Day with Ole Miss and Louisville.
A couple of games tomorrow? Is there somebody else playing tomorrow?
No. I'm just saying in general, we got a couple games. We got the Notre Dame and Florida State game tomorrow. And then
tomorrow
we
night,
have, Louisville, Ole Miss on Monday.
Yeah.
One of those need to win. The ACC is in big trouble right now.
Yeah. Hey, what's
who does Ole Miss play?
Louisville.
Okay.
That'll be interesting, in a way.
I think Ole Miss is going to blow them out. To be honest, I haven't seen anything from Louisville.
I agree, but at the same time, I don't trust Ole Miss defense. And Louisville to start the season and everything, they look okay, but then they hit a couple teams like in the middle of the season that kind of mess them up. So I mean, at least to start seasons, they can be pretty interesting, I think.
I don't think Louisville's beating them.
I don't either. I think they put some points up because I don't trust the Ole Miss defense. But I'm going to tell you this. Yes, Louisville might put some points on the board, but there's too much offense for Ole Miss that Louisville probably won't keep up. It's not necessarily the defense of Ole Miss, but just the high power offense and how fast and how it's just going to be too much offense.
Yeah.
That's my. But anyway, guys, I got church tomorrow and all that. I'm gonna go ahead and actually try to.
I want to ask Koki one more question. What do you predict Virginia Tech's record to be this year?
Before that game, I was predicting 3-9. Now I'm predicting 10-2.
That more confident, huh?
Yeah. One more win, I'd take that.
All right. Sorry to interrupt you, Ballard. I just wanted to ask him that one thing.
No, you're fine, Neil. You're good, man.
All right. So you're going to go ahead and get out of here?
Yeah, I got church tomorrow, so I'm going to try to pack it up and get some sleep and everything. But I'll tell you what, man, it is great to have college football back. As a Bama fan, it's great to have the Tide back. They rolled. And Hokie, congrats on your Hokies, I guess. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Roll Tide.
All right, roll Tide.
Yep, see ya.
Go Tech, go.
See ya, Hokie. Thanks, buddy.
See ya.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. I didn't expect to go for an hour and a half. Hell, it doesn't even feel like an hour and a half. But thanks to my good friend from church, Drew Morton, showing up. Nate the Great, Gator Zone. Of course, Jeff came on. Nate came on a little bit. Kevin, Neo came on. Hokey came on. Gator Zone's in the chat. Golden Blue Dude. I think we had Chess on earlier. Appreciate everyone for showing up. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. God bless. And as always, roll, Tide, roll. Love you guys. Peace out. Great win, Bama. Woo! Roll Tide.